YouTube. It's funny how you're getting reports and people are posting videos all over California, LA area, and that area where they're burning, where people are looting and stealing, even if you're home or not. This is where the Second Amendment applies. You protect your property. And if the state of California wants to go against you for exercising your Second Amendment, you file lawsuits against Gavin Newsom himself and the California and the Sheriff Department. Because the Sheriff Department already on their badge says that they protect pedophiles. Because, little symbols on it. I said that before. But anyways, you file a lawsuit against anybody, the prosecutors, everybody. Freedom of Information Act is a wonderful thing because that's public records. But yet they're burning public records and burning evidence of crimes in these $1 million mansions, whatever. These Hollywood mansions that are burning. How much evidence has been destroyed already? Oh, the high-speed rail that's supposed to come in. Follow that line. Look at the map. Look where the fires are. There's already people like, the owner of Amazon that's going in and trying to buy up the property already. Yeah. I told you this would happen. They'll come in, they'll try to buy it up for pennies on the dollar now. Where you had a $2 million home before, now your property is probably worth, a couple $100 to them. They're going to offer you nothing. So actuality, you're going to hear the real estate gurus and the billionaires trying to buy these properties. What are they doing in Maui? And also in North Carolina. They're doing the same thing. Wow. They're profiting on these disasters. They're making a lot of money on these disasters. The insurance is not paying out, so people are losing everything. They're going to be forced to move. You got one family out there that owns majority of the water out there. I don't understand how you can own water. I really don't, because that's a natural resource. That's a human right natural resource that we need to drink. Animals need to drink. But no, apparently California has allowed this one family to buy about 60% of the water out there, I think it was, for their farm. Yeah. That's how stupid this California is. You got places like Oakland where they're looting and stealing and on a daily basis. Well, now it's moving into all these suburbs. And you see these people, you know what color they are looting and stealing, and they think it's their right and their freedom. Most of that junk that they loot and steal probably end up in pawn shops or yard sales or selling between the black communities that they're selling it between each other. The illegals, it'll be sold to the illegals. The illegals will take it to Mexico and ship it to Mexico and sell it. The cartels. Yeah, the fires are being started. We just found out that fires are started by illegals anyways. Yeah. So this is active terrorism. And yet Gavin Newsom is protecting them. Washington State, Utah, Oregon, and all them liberals are protecting these illegals that are starting fires because they're releasing him back on the streets. They arrested the one. He went right back on the street. See ya. Man, we're not going to hold him. I think Gavin Newsom and anybody that has violated constitutional rights and freedom by laws should be prosecuted. If they violate your Second Amendment, prosecute them. If they are tied into this burning of this property to get wealthy, prosecute them. If you can trace it back and you can show the evidence of it, prosecute them. I mean, they would prosecute us. I mean, But no, the illegals, they just turn them back on the streets when they're starting fires like that. Gotcha. We see how it is. Protect them illegals, not the American citizens. Screw the American citizens. But these people are having to defend their properties, and they're trying to use whatever means necessary. One guy actually came up with a really ingenious idea. He bought those cheap sprinklers and put on his gutter system little holes to put the sprinklers in, and just sprayed his roof. And it sprayed his yard. And he had the hoses set up in such a way that he could hook them up and have them laid all over the yard and just sprinkling all over the place. Pretty cool. All Americans need to find a way to build homes that don't burn anymore. You know, earth bag homes, if you actually look into them, they're not made with wood. They're not made with burnable products, except maybe on the inside, maybe, but you can close that off and actually keep it sealed. We need to find new ways of building homes. These wooden stick homes that they're charging millions and millions of dollars for are proving worthless. They're proving the fact that they don't last. They get dried out, the fire catches, gone. So all these new ways coming out to build homes that are actually more efficient than these homes that we're building now. But the government wants you to live in these little sticks and twigs homes. They don't want you to build the efficient way. They want you dependent on the government. And this is evidence of it, because now all these people are going to be screaming for the government to come help them, because the taxes are going to be crazy, because the IRS is sending out those forms saying, those compliance forms, saying that they want you to comply if you haven't filed tax. Why would I file taxes now when I lost everything? It just goes to prove that the corporation of Washington, D.C., you know, IRS and all them other federal, Federal Reserve and all that other stuff, they don't care about you. They care about that. They care about the power. These billionaire families, BlackRock and everybody else, all these that owns BlackRock and owns and playing in the shadows, and they don't want you to know who they are. They need to be exposed. Enough's enough, man. People are suffering. I can't wait to see when Trump walks in office, because these liberals are already crying on Twitter and everywhere else. TikTok, Twitter, and everywhere else. They're boo-hooing. Orange man bad. Good Lord. I'm telling you, when he walks in office, that's going to be kind of interesting day to see what happens. They're going to be really boo-hooing then. So, if not trying to unalive him, which they've already done. They've tried to put him in jail. They've called him every name in the book. They've tried to do everything they can to shut that man down. And now, since he actually is going to be put into office, and actually deportation actually is going to happen, people are crying and saying, do I carry my passport? Oh no, to prove that I'm American? No. You don't. I don't even own a passport, so no. Never had a passport. Don't have a need for a passport. I think they'll be able to determine if you're a citizen or not. Yeah. They got their ways of doing it. So, get ready, buckle up, because the 20th is coming. Real quick. Real fast. The first 100 days. I hope Gavin Newsom is prosecuted for the mess he's created. I hope that Bass is prosecuted for the mess she's created. I hope all these liberal Democrat cities are shut down. The mayors, the governors, or whatever. If they're violating your rights and freedom in any way, shape, or form, I hope they get arrested, because that is a crime in itself. Violation under the collar of law. That is a federal crime. Violation of constitutional rights. And the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Period. To actuality, any law that crosses that line, that violates the Constitution, that in itself is actually a crime. That's a federal crime. Come on, man. All these law enforcement officers that are running around making up laws as they go because they don't know laws. Oh, well, and then they're more worried about stopping the people exercising their rights and their freedom. You know, the Second Amendment, First Amendment. 5 parts to the First Amendment, but cops don't know those. For all the cops that are more worried about collecting revenue, writing tickets.
Holy crap.
I'm telling you, that in itself should be a crime. Because they're trying to abuse the system. They walk into these businesses undercover, which should be illegal, in my opinion, trying to entrap the owner in trying to do something illegal. The owner calls them out and they don't produce ID. I think if we ask if you are cops, you should be required. I don't care undercover or not. If you're a cop, you better show me, because if you don't, I'm filing a complaint. I'm filing freedom of information. Now, I'm going to get everything about you. I'm going to make sure you lose your freaking job. They walk into these businesses and they try to shut it down because why? They want to collect revenue. Houston, Texas. Let's talk about that. They just did a video here a while back where they said they have evidence. Marijuana, cocaine, and everything else in this huge warehouse that we pay for from the 80s. Been sitting there from the 80s. And they said they're just now decided that from 2000, if it is beyond 2015, I think they said, they're going to destroy all that evidence. Why are they holding it? Why are we paying for a facility that big that's holding that much evidence? Anyways. Why is our taxes holding on to this? Is that the evidence that they're using to entrap other Americans? They'll take a little bit of marijuana, throw it on the street. Oh yeah, it is, because the CIA has been caught doing that. They'll take from these warehouses. They'll take all this marijuana, throw it on the streets. They'll throw the guns on the streets. They'll throw all the junk on the street. And they'll get people to fight amongst each other. That's what they want. CIA, FBI, even your local police and sheriff, they've all been doing it. They'll conveniently leave it. Or they're in a riot, they'll conveniently leave a police car to be destroyed by the rioters. Yeah. How convenient is that? To be looted? With the guns and everything still in it. So when the kids break into it, they have access to all that police equipment. Yeah. So convenient how it works, isn't it? The government is working against you. And this LA fire and all them fires out west has proven it. People cannot defend their property under California laws that violate the Constitution. So now you got these people running around stealing and looting and doing whatever they want. And then when they get arrested, the first thing they start doing is whining and crying. Victimhood, racism. Oh, you hate brown people. Really? No, you just committed a crime. Now, for the white people that are breaking in and doing this, you need to go down too. Don't care what color you are. See, it's not about race anymore. It's about the crimes that you commit. But yet everybody wants to keep making it about race. Unfortunately, I sound like I'm trying to make it about race. It's not. I'm just sick of everything going on. I'm sick of seeing families that are losing all over the country because of these weapon systems that the government has and they use against us. They've been caught many times. Yeah. Anyways, y'all better wake up. I can't wait for Trump. Come on, Trump. Shut everything down. Shut all these programs down. These under top secret classified programs. Shut them down. Why does the government have an open checkbook? Anywhere, period. Without accountability. They're spending money on these different places with open checkbooks. Spend as much as you want. Military, billions and billions and billions of dollars. They can't even keep track of it. CIA, how much money do they spend of our money? FBI, how much money do they spend of our money? Everybody, colleges and everything else. All these countries that are getting our money by the trillions. Not billions, it's trillions. Why are they getting our money? Why are they wasting our money? It's time to stop the checkbook. Cut it off. There's no law that says you have to file taxes. So if the IRS comes knocking and says you haven't filed tax, tell them to show you the law. Because there is no law. Don't file. Don't file at all, period. No law says you have to file any taxes. Wow. Amazing how that works, right? Wake up, Americans. This country is yours. Your freedom is yours. Your liberties are yours. They're not the government. Government can't take them away from you. They can't take your land away from you because they don't have that power. It's we the people, not we the government. Wake up. Exercise your rights and freedom. Defend your rights and freedom today. Because you have just let them been taken away in these states like California and other places. You've let your rights to just be stripped from you. And now you're seeing the evidence of what's going to happen with no rights, no freedom. So wake up. They don't care about you. As the song says, they don't give up about you. Have a good day. God bless.